So Pokemon 151 with the new reprint seems to have hit a new rock bottom with prices going as low as 57 USD per box, which is pretty incredible considering that this was one of the hardest sets to actually ever pick up. Man, like earlier this year, I was looking at getting some Japanese 151 and I was looking at around 300 Australian dollars per box, which, is substantially high. And that's a pretty crazy drop that we can see that this has literally gone on more than a 50% bargain sale. And a lot of people have been asking on my thoughts on what I think about the Japanese 151 reprint, where the future of it's going to go. And I really want to touch into, Pokemon 151 today, particularly because I think, and I've always loved 151 as a set. One of the mistakes that I think a lot of people make, and even myself, sometimes when I speak to an audience, I just assume that you guys know all the intricacies and all the details because I'm talking to like a TCG hobby, right? But Pokemon 151 is very unique and it's very different to the English counterpart. So, a lot of you probably would know this, but if you don't know why the Japanese 151 is seen as almost the superior set, it really comes all down to the Master Ball reverse holos. And how Master Ball reverse holos work is that there is one Master Ball reverse holo in every Japanese 151 booster box. So it's a really, really cool, unique kind of thing about the Japanese 151 that has made it, be better than the English counterpart in nearly every way. And of course, Japanese print quality is always miles above English, traditionally speaking. So that's really something to look at when we're looking at Pokemon 151 as a set. Now, that's the reason why Japanese 151 has been such a desired product. Now, you also have to remember that Japanese 151 is the golden egg of 2023. It is literally the golden product. There was nothing like Pokemon 151, the Japanese. When it came out, guys, on release, no one could get it. It was like already shot up in value. The booster boxes were like, way more than retail upon value. So the fact that we're now getting prices like this is incredible and it's really good. Now, this reprint is massive. I mean, this is like the equivalent of if Evolving Skies, maybe not now, but like last year, if it just dropped back to retail price. It's a pretty big deal, guys, because Japanese 151 was super expensive. It was a very hard box to attain. Not many people could get it. And a lot of people, I was thinking about getting it. I'm like, it's just so expensive. I kind of was like, I'd rather not. And, I'm quite glad that I didn't because this reprint has made it really accessible. And firstly, I want to touch on something, and the big thing that I want to say is it is excellent that this has been reprinted. Really, really good. Now, the reason why it's really good is because a set that's not even a year old shouldn't be double or even, whatever the price was. It was more than double price of retail. That shouldn't happen, guys. We shouldn't be in a market where products that only got released last year, you cannot get them, when they're released. My big belief is that everyone should have access to products when they're released. Now, a big thing about the Pokemon 151, especially Japanese 151, was that, the big selling point of it was that it was the impossible set, guys. Like, no one could get this when it released. Like, when it released last year, it was already shot up crazily in value. It's never been at retail. Like, even when it released last year, you couldn't get it. And that's been just kind of slowly crawling, and, it's just been at these massive heights. And then finally, when this reprint announced, they've gone down. And guys, it is excellent to see that the prices have gone down. I want to go into that. Now, I sit in the category of investing in cards because I love them as a hobby. Not at any point do I want products not to be available to people. A set that only released a year ago should still be available for everyone. Everyone should be able to experience the set. The way I look at Pokemon investing is I don't look at it as, I'm going to buy a product today and in 6 months it's going to go up. I've got a very, very long time horizon. In fact, it's much better for a Pokemon product to be experienced by a generation where they have access to product, where younger generations and kids can go into stores, they can grab it off shelves, they can open it, and they can make their own connections with these products. The problem is, and the problem that kind of in this hobby and what happens is when you have something like 151 where no one can experience the set, it only damages the hobby in the long term. And if you're actually investing in products and if you care about the growth of these products, you really want a collective audience to experience these sets in the best way they can. And then when these products grow, they're always going to grow in the future, or that's what history tells us. When they do grow, you're going to have nostalgia get drawn in from people who just loved and experienced the set. And that's the way I look at Pokemon investing. So the fact that this reprint's happened and that the prices have gone down is sensational. And of course, I'm really hoping that the prices stay like this for a long time because I want people to experience the set. I want people to get their Master Ball reverse holos. I want, generations to grow up with that, and they deserve it. And it's really heartbreaking to hear. And I don't want to sound like I'm virtue signaling, right? But it's Think about us when we were kids, man. Like, imagine if, going to stores and you could never get your favorite Pokemon products. That's really heartbreaking for a kid, right? I've got a 4-year-old daughter. Oh, she's 5 now, actually. I've got a 5-year-old daughter. That would be heartbreaking to take her to a store if she wanted something or a toy and it's just sold out everywhere. And I think people and Pokemon, they need to make sure that people can experience these products for the time that they are. Do I want products always infinitely available? Absolutely not, because that's part of the charm of collectibles, right? They have an expiry date, but an expiry date should be within a pretty reasonable time period. So how Pokemon 151 went with prices going so high, I think that was really bad form, and I'm really glad that this reprint's happened, and I'm glad they went heavy. And you know what? People are even saying that they're going to go heavier with this reprint. There's a lot of rumors, and this is just speculation, but a lot of people are saying, hey, we're getting a massive reprint. This is going to flood the market. And good. Let it go, let it come out, let people experience the products. The set shouldn't have rose that quickly anyway, so let's hold this product and give it a longer time horizon. So let's go into it, and I really want to go talk about what this product is doing and why I love Pokemon 151. So it is on, right now I'm looking at this, for 57 USD per box. That is pretty affordable, man. It makes me smile to actually see that people can actually grab this product, and so they should. This is a really, really great set. And I'm a massive lover of 151, and the fact that it's so affordable and it's such a consumer-friendly price range, it is a really good opportunity and awesome to see that it's like this. The question isn't, and I think a lot of people are now asking, oh, is now the time to go in? Is now the time to go in? Here's the reality, guys. Whether or not it drops lower, which could definitely happen, if there's a massive reprint, it's way too hard to now say, oh, I'm going to try time the bottom and all this, if you think this is the lowest the price has ever been. So right now is just a good time to buy if you want to open the product. If you didn't get the chance to experience the set like so many of us didn't, now's the time, man. Now's the time to get this product, open it, enjoy it, and if you want to keep it sealed, make sure you do that as well. But a word of caution that's happening right now. Because resellers have been so bullish with this product, a lot of places are actually taking off the shrink wrap and selling the box just like without the shrink wrap. So if you're a sealed investor, you need to do your research and due diligence when buying these products to make sure, hey, if you want to keep it sealed, make sure you ask the place you're buying, hey, is it in its shrink wrap? Now, the good thing about Japanese Pokemon products is they're not like English, right? English, they don't have that much protection for reseals. It's still a bit of a hard market. In Japanese, they actually have like a pulley tab. So when you open it, it kind of like destroys the cardboard completely. So they're very much like reseal protected. So if you do want to buy this product to rip open, guys, don't buy it with the shrink wrap. The reason why, it's about 10 to 15% cheaper if you can buy it without the shrink wrap. So if you're getting this product without shrink wrap, eBay's selling a lot and it literally will say no shrink wrap, and you want to open this product, go for it. This is a great opportunity to experience the set. Now, I want to go into some of the price of this. So we know the booster box, and that's the price at the moment, which is really, really affordable. And I want to just go into it, and you can see some of the cards. So the main chase card for Japanese 151 is the Pikachu Master Ball Reverse Holo, and it's a really cool card. I actually love it. So, I'm on price charting because TCG Player doesn't have Japanese pricing, but you can see right here, the Master Ball Reverse Holo is selling for around $215 raw. It's going to be interesting with products being this cheap or this affordable, if you will, if it's going to go down. And I really hope, I want to add this one to my collection. I actually don't have it. I really like this card. I would love to add it. It is the Chase of 151 for the Japanese set. One per booster box. So obviously this is everyone kind of wants this Pikachu. So I want to really interesting to see if this card's going to go down. But moving on to the Gengar, this is the second chase of the card. And you can see it's 155 US per ungraded copy, which is, a substantial difference between the Pikachu and the Gengar, which is the second in the set. But again, price is pretty good, 155. The Japanese booster box right now is selling for 57 US. You could pull a Pikachu, you could pull a Gengar. There's one Master Ball Reverse Holo in all of these, so it's a really cool thing. Then you got the Mewtwo as well, which is selling for $50 ungraded. USD, of course, and again, you get one per booster box. You don't know what it's going to be. Now, what's really interesting about this is I've just toggled the ungraded checkbox here to show the most expensive card all the way to the bottom, and you can see the Pikachu is the most expensive at 218 or whatever it is US. Then it goes to the Gengar, and you can see the booster box. It's saying on price charting it's 106, but obviously it hasn't updated that well yet because you can see the product is much cheaper elsewhere. What's really interesting about the Japanese 151 set, guys, is whether these singles stay at this price, but what's really cool about it is this is one of the only sets available right now and Crown Zenith that you can actually rip open, and it is not that risky, man. Like, you're gonna get a Master Ball Reverse Holo in this set regardless. They're all pretty well priced, and you know, you have a chance to pull some of these other cards in the set. You know, this is a really cool set to rip open for some fun, and given the price point, I think this is fantastic. If you love collecting and you like opening packs, guys, this is a really cool time to experience the set. So, you know, if you buy a few booster boxes and you want to open half and you want to keep half sealed, go for it. But remember, if you're going to rip the packs open, buy it without the shrink wrap. There is no reason, if you're not going to keep it sealed, to have it without the shrink wrap. Open it, it's going to be cheaper. So then your booster box can be even cheaper. You get to experience the set, and who knows, you might even pull some of the chase cards. It's a pretty cool time in the hobby, and this is fantastic. And I'm so glad, man, that this has happened. I am so happy that 151 is available to everyone. And right now, guys, if you missed out, and like last year, I was so bummed out, man. I'm like, oh, it was such a hard buy for me, 151 for Japanese set, and I went with English. But now I'm like, this is such a cool time to be in the hobby, and everyone can now experience the set, which we all missed out on last year. Like, I don't know about you guys, I definitely missed out on Japanese 151 because I was so taken back by the price point. Now it's so accessible, I really can't wait to get into this set and experience it, which I kind of missed out on. So, you know, a lot of people are saying, how low can it go? And, you know, people are now going, oh, is it going to go lower? Guys, honestly, right now, I wouldn't be thinking too much if it's going to go lower. It probably can, it probably won't. The thing is right now, and I think now's the time to experience a set. And if you want to invest in it and you want to hold sealed, man, even if it does go lower than this, it's also, when it climbs, it's definitely going to climb higher than this anyway. So you're kind of in a really good position. You know, now, right now is just a fun time. We rarely get these times in the hobby, guys. We rarely get these real cool, fun moments. Like, think of this. If this was Evolving Skies, you have like any choice that you want right now. So the Japanese 151, it's now back to like crazy affordable prices. If you want to experience the set, go for it. Buy it without the shrink wrap. If you want to invest in it, make sure the shrink wrap is on the product. And otherwise, now it's a really cool time. If you think it's going to go lower, I don't know, man. Like, it could. The reprint could definitely be stronger than, you know, what people are letting on. Guys, like, whether it's going to drop another 10 bucks, whether it's going to go up another 10 bucks, right now is a cool time, and it's a very awesome time to be in the hobby. Even in the future, whatever, if you don't have the shrink wrap, it just diminishes it. Even though the Japanese 151 are very reseal proof, it still doesn't give that real authenticity that investors look for. You know, sealed collectors, they really care about the shrink wrap. Even if shrink wrap is damaged on older products, it does start dipping down that price. Every time, you know, people ask me, like, they'll send me on Instagram DMs their photos of their sealed product. If you're buying modern products, right, and the shrink wrap is slightly damaged, or there's a little hole in it, or there's a slit, guys, honestly, it's better to buy another one because they're at retail price, so you can get them below retail. Like, if you got Paldea Evolved and the shrink wrap's looking a bit weird, really, is that something that you want to hold on and invest with? You know, you may as well go rip that open and buy one that's really, you know, really clean cut, because in the future, all that stuff slowly just takes notches off the, you know, the final sale price. But with Japanese 151, interesting things are going to happen with this set. Pokemon 151 is the powerhouse behind Pokemon's marketing. Everyone knows the 151. You know, most people know of the 151. It's such a massive kind of part of Pokemon's history. It's literally their powerhouse behind everything they do. But you guys know the real question comes in, how good is Pokemon 151 as an investment? Well, I'm not going to answer that in this video, but I do answer that in this video right here. So if you want the full answer, click on that video. In this video, I uncover Pokemon 151's investment potential in full detail, and I use my extensive marketing career experience to break down Pokemon 151. Click that video, guys, and we'll chat more about it there.